Hey, Howard here at 82 Maple, and I'm standing at the end of my beautiful little bridge that's about a year old. But I've got a little mystery going on. Maybe you can help me solve it. It has to do with these things called GRK screws. These were 6 inches long when installed. I know my finger isn't 6 inches long, which means these have sheared off at about the 2.5 inch point. What's going on? And what are GRK screws, and why do they matter to my bridge? Stay tuned. Okay, so let me explain a little bit more about what's happening here. The bridge construct is roughly 10-inch utility rated poles, 8 of them laid lengthwise under the bridge. Across those is a 3-inch bridge deck, brand new last year, Douglas fir, 3x8s. And I don't know, whatever the length needed to be, 12 feet. And then on top, we've got 2.5 inch treads running end to end. I pulled a representative sampling of GRK screws up and down here, and as far as the decking goes, the treads, the screws through the treads, and they were 8 inches long, are holding fast. I've got some over there as well, and all good. Original length. As we get to the treads, this is the little mess I've got going on here. That one came out of there, that one out of there. There we go, there we go. We got a good one. Not good, not good. I pulled that one out. It went missing in action. I've got 2 intact screws in this entire string. That one may be good. Over here, those ones are good. But I've tested that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. And when I hit them with my little impact wrench, they just spin in their holes. No resistance whatsoever, which tells me they're broken. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. It's official. This video now qualifies for official status as one of our Before You Decide to Rehab a Rural Property video series. So it's been just about exactly a year since an apparently qualified bridge builder, overseen by an apparently qualified general contractor, replaced the deck and the treads on our bridge. New deck, 3-inch thick Douglas fir went down, topped off with 2.5 inch treads. But as you've seen, this is what I've got. These GRK screws are shearing right where the bridge tread meets the bridge deck. Hey, you remember that Simon and Garfunkel song, The Boxer? And there's a line in there about a pocket full of mumbles. Well, yeah, this is my pocket full of mumbles, and it's had me mumbling. I've got at least 40 of these that I've identified. So let's get to the bottom of this little mystery. If it seems I'm obsessing a little bit about this bridge, it's because a couple of times a year we roll a truckload or 2 of gravel in here. A loaded tandem axle dump truck weighs about 55,000 pounds. And you know what? I don't want to be fishing out a load of gravel out of the protected creek that we have. And by the way, I don't think the driver and the owner want to be fishing that dump truck out of there either. So that hence my obsession with making sure the bridge is very, very secure. Now, before we go any further, what are GRK screws and why do they matter to what I'm doing? Well, here we have, as it turns out, about $400 worth of 6-inch 3/8 inch GRK screws. There we have it, the official label. And there we have it, the official invoice. They dial in at about $2.07 Canadian. Right beside me here, hey, these are lag bolts, lag screws. I call them lag bolts. Some people call them lag screws. But these GRK screws have significantly more strength than the traditional lag bolt. Bright Hub Engineering, you can look them up, brighthub-engineering.com, actually have a little article online about it. And to quote, it says, if shear-offs are concerned, structural screws, which the GRKs are technically classified as, are often a better choice. And they go on and say, notice the power and strength advantage of a GRK screw in a very practical example provided by the manufacturer. So I went to the manufacturer's site, and here we have it. So these are lag screws, and so what I've got here are a little over there. I think they qualify as a 3/8 lag screw. I had highlighted this to show the 1/4 inch. The shear resistance measures 200 on whatever scale they use, whereas my GRK screw here is at 466, more than double. Even down here, if I use a 1/2 inch lag screw, it scales out at 427. This GRK that I just held up scales out at 466. And so, right choice on the GRK screw. All sorts of other things on the site. I'll throw the link in down below. But here's where this all came undone for me. Let's take a look at the fine print here. So we've got a little page on provided by the manufacturers on the how exactly one utilizes these and what you can expect. And it suggests that you keep it 1.1 minimum edge distance, 1.1 inch minimum distance from the edge. And so if this is my tread running this way, and the spacing on Douglas fir should be 4.5 inches. Hey, you know what? The spacing that the professional bridge builder, overseen by the professional general contractor, used is over 12 inches pretty consistently. So, mystery solved. The mystery of the shearing off GRK screws. At best, the contractor, so while I was busy that weekend cutting 1,920 board feet of decking and tread, the contractor put in about 25% of the required screws. So here's what's happening with the treads. As that dump truck comes across here, and there's logs underneath, I've got bridge decking going this way, and it's bending it a little bit. You can't take 55,000 pounds across there and not get a little bit of deflection. And as it deflects, ping, there goes. The bottom half separates from the top half. Really, the only additional thing I was going to say was, hey, you know what? Rely on the experts. But somebody way smarter and way more famous than me once said, trust everyone and everything, but then verify. And that's what I needed to have done. That's on me. My bridge, my creek, my problem if something happens with it. Before you decide to rehab a rural property, do a little more homework, item by item and situation by situation than I seem to have done lately. You know what? And here we go. I know exactly now what I'm going to be doing with the rest of my Saturday. And yeah, I know. I'm still in shorts. It's plus 10 degrees out. Where we lived in the lower mainland, I managed to go 7 winters in a row and never put long pants on when going outside. I persist in doing that here. Let's see how that works out for me. Well, here we go, including extra batteries. I know I'm gonna need those. Apparently an exciting day.
That's Willow.
What's happening on the bridge here, even for the goats.
That's Willow.
Willow, how you doing, Willow?
look, or are you gonna help? And Daisy, are you gonna help too? Hi, Daisy.
They're
Daisy's coming to
excited to
see
get
if you have
started.
food.
Okay. So as you can see, I've got my 4.5-inch markings. This is 2 inches wide, so I'm keeping in a good distance from the edge. And now it's just, hey, a matter of wash, rinse, repeat. But could the view be any better? I love it. Such a great time of year. Thanks for being part of the journey. Your comments, suggestions, and otherwise down below. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff I could be doing better on this.